Yo, what's good? Your boy was rushing. Your boy was rushing. I ain't gonna lie. But we are here, and we're back for yet another live stream 133. Okay, so hope everyone's having a great day, fantastic day. Hopefully everyone is doing well, doing fantastic. As always, positive energy and positive vibes. Special one here tonight. Special one for sure. We got Miss Heather coming on in just a second. And we're going to get into the house with Creed. Thank you. My wife is blessing me with some wine and some water. That is what needed. All right. But we're going to talk about the house of Creed tonight. We're going to get into a conversation. Miss Heather's going to kind of, from her expertise of, being who she is and what she does on a daily basis as a daily basis as a Creed counter manager, where she is at dealers. Thought it'd be a little cool, get a little bit more insight on this new what is it called? Amber Oracle line from Creed. And then we're going to get into some recommendations. Is the house losing prestige? Is it losing luster? Is it losing steam? We're going to have some conversation. But let's go ahead and get to the comments. Please drop your sense of the days. What are you wearing? How are you feeling? And we will tap in with Heather around the 7:15 mark. So, of course, at 12:57 p.m., my man Lavelle Calhoun in the house. God bless me and good family. Pay those sides. So the day is late. No, we switched it up. But I was at Miss Heather. She comes on, no doubt. It was in one love or order. Some family. Bishop was there early as well. Had to get that jazz going on. About she loves that Mr. Mafia look with a hat. That's one of her favorite. To be on what she wants, what she gets, and that's what we got going. I was at 306. He may be losing prestige, but Miss Heather and nephew DEDRICKHJR are most definitely not. The Smith family also, no doubt. Joe was in the house. Legend E, very good. Joe, for sure. Now y'all can see me. I had like a little glitch, or was that Heather glitch out? Of course, let me find going on. Apparently, I'm not doing too well with my Wi-Fi. I promise you I paid my bill this month. But let me see what we got going on here. Let me see. Hopefully we're not looking too... Oh, Gracie's Corner. No, we don't want to talk to you. Let's see. That's weird. Well, hopefully y'all can see me. Hopefully everything is cool. My wife says the internet's kind of tripping on my end and says I'm skipping pretty bad. But I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure. All right, I think we're okay. So I have myself live now, and I'm able to see. So y'all let me know if y'all can hear me and see me well. Internet's been messing up all day around here, but the show must go on. All right, Beardsome in the house, wearing Liquid Burn. Doing well. Hope you and your family are doing well. Also, Beardsome, glad you're rocking with us tonight. All right, hello, Smugger family. Heather, hope all is well. Mike Real in the house. I was in AC controlled environment most of the day. End of the day, Zherzhov 18. Oh, that is my very next purchase. Zherzhov 1861 DeCoste. Underrated, not appreciated, slept on. Nobody talks about it. And I was blown away by that fragrance when I smelled it on the What's in the Bag. But that will be my next purchase. I'm done with summer fragrances as far as purchasing them. I moved on to fall and winter purchases and decants and things like that. So my summer run, the matter of fact, the last package just hit my doorstep. So I got 2 fragrances in there that are going to wrap up my summer run of 2024. I'm gonna ask my wife to go get those for me, so I can open them up. Well, I probably won't open them up. We got a lot to cover tonight because I'm gonna bring Heather on, and I don't want this to be a 3-hour stream. So let's see. Oh, and my guy sending the evening was Safari Extreme, OG. There's Leslie in the house wearing, oh, excuse me, what's good, D? Smell good family. Hey, beautiful Miss Heather. She can hear you. Well, she can hear me reading your comment. Jason in the house, what's going on? Smell good family. Sending a blue talisman. Can I go wrong with that? Absolutely. There will be absolutely zero Creed slander tolerated tonight. Well, I know, Jason, you have a big appreciation for the house. And I feel you. I'm with you. Won't be any Creed slander. And I'll get into my story about Creed as I myself have come back around to the fold, because I'm not going to lie, my interest in the House of Creed, it just wasn't one for a while now. But I am back locked in, and I'll explain all that in just a second. John C in the house wearing Manhattan, great stuff. Reason in the house wearing El Intense, Low Mighty Al Guerlain. That is a slept-on fragrance, and it's really, really, really good. Joel with the vibes. You know what it is, Joel. You know how we give it up here, Joel. Mr. Clark 30 in the house wearing, I think it's more, I don't know how to, Moresque Soul Batik. Butcher Sr. reporting live for duty, as always, okay? M.A. Styles wearing his all chrome intense. Can't go wrong with that. My guy, Elro Prepson, Josh in the house wearing Manhattan by Primera. Again, Josh in the house, smelling fantastic, I am sure. Trying to get my... Okay, there we go. All right, Fish Connoisseur in the house wearing Mystery Oud by Daniel Jasser. Never heard of that at all, but I'm sure you're smelling good. Here, James in the house wearing Creed Viking. You, sir, are smelling pristine with prestige today, sir. That's what you were smelling like for sure. Heather J. Blige, to Josh's nickname, Heather. I'm pretty sure she'll appreciate that. Miss Heather got that swag in her for sure. Terrence in the house wearing no sin today right now. Okay, I'm going to listen while I cut and trim my grass. That's a dope vibe. Shout out to the dads all around the world. For sure. Dan the man loving the vibes. Hidden gems in the house for sure. Appreciate everybody showing up. We got 62 watching right now. With only 21 thumbs up. We can do better than that, y'all. It's 62 of y'all watching. Can we get the engagement up? Moderators, help me out. Let's get the engagement up for sure. Quest says, salute D and the Smell Good family. Sitting today, Givenchy Gentleman Society, EDP. Beautiful. Blessings to all. I actually prefer the original Society over the Flanker. The Flanker is good. Do not get me wrong. It is good. And I got to get my nose on it again. Next time I go see Heather, I'll make sure I get my nose on it again. But that original is stellar. It is some stellar stuff. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me and see me well. Let me know if we're good to go. All right. Let's see. Make sure I ain't skipping nobody. Dan, not the man in the house. Wearing Wave Child Room 1015. Man, that's a good fragrance. Watermelon and coconut, very tropical fragrance. I did a collaboration with Scentbird? Yeah, Scentbird a couple months ago. And that's one of the ones they sent. It's really good for summer. Really good for summer. I don't know if I'd wear it all the time, but definitely like, on like a tropical beach day, or if I was going out of town and I know I was going to be around water, I definitely wear that for sure. All right. Jane, Hidden Gems concert combo of the night. Day 3's Bonnie. And I think it's Puckett Body Oil. Okay, my guy. Well, enjoy the concert. Magic in the house wearing City Rhythm Manhattan. Good stuff. Later for date night, wearing Sweet Peach Cobbler. All right. Be careful out there. All right. John C says the quality is rough. Well, how's the quality now? Because I'm kind of behind. So y'all, somebody let me know how I'm doing now, how I'm looking. I'm looking at it myself on my phone. I seem to be okay. So y'all let me know now, because I'm still getting. Oh, look at this one. He got the little buffering. He got a little buffering logo right here. That's pretty funny. For sure. Everybody says I'm freezing. Josh says dial up Dedrick. I got you. StreamYard and the internet got Dedrick looking like Neo in the Matrix. I got it. Quest $5 super chat. Appreciate you, my guy. If you had to pick one, oh Lord. If you had to pick one hat, one fragrance, one pair of sneakers, what? All right, let me stop the music here, because after this we're gonna bring Heather on. I just need to think while I give one last music break. All right, because I got to think about that one. Ooh, that's tough. That's tough. Okay. So, Quest, thank you again for the $5 super chat. So let's start with the hat. If I had to wear one hat, the hat that I wear the most, because I had this infatuation with LA culture, and I've always had it since I was a kid, and my love for Kobe Bryant and the Dodgers and everything LA, the Lakers, Magic, everything. So I'm going to say I probably wear a Los Angeles Dodgers fitted. For the sneakers, God, my favorite pair of shoes ever is 3. But if I had to go with one, I'd go with the Bread Jordan 1s. I know I look crazy with the blue cap with the red and black J's. And then for the fragrance, it's out of 2. It's out of Creative Ventus and it's out of Blue de Chanel Parfum. But I got to stay true to me. I'm going to go Blue de Chanel Parfum. That's my number 1 fragrance in my entire collection, and nothing has changed that, and it or even came close. So I'm going to go Blue de Chanel Parfum. All right, that's what we're going with. All right, great question, my guy. Great question. All right, man. So I see everybody coming in, everybody picking on my internet. Shout out to my brother Said in the house, wearing Dior Sauvage EDT. Hold on, let me see what's up, y'all. Out of all nights, we want to have some technical difficulties. Now my camera is tripping. Okay. All right. So let's bring on Heather because I'm starting to get upset with this situation. So let me scroll down to the bottom. I'm sorry. I got to skip everybody. See my sister in here. See my wife in here. Am I looking okay? Let's see. Are we looking good? I'll say I'm looking better. Okay, good to go. All right. So without further ado, let's bring on my dear friend. Y'all have seen her quite a bit on this channel. A lot of love for Heather. As always, I got a lot of respect for her, and she's been a real pleasure since the very first time that I met her in Dillard's. All right. So want to bring her on. We're going to talk some Creed. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, my good friend. You wish she was your good friend, Heather Franco. What's going on?
Hi, thank you for the introduction.
Absolutely. How are we doing today?
Pretty good. I'm glad it rained. Can I just say that?
Yeah,
I'm happy it rained. I'm happy it rained more than once too.
Yeah, it rained pretty good for sure.
Yeah, it saves me from having to dig a well. So
okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm really happy for that. How are you?
I'm well. Just trying to make sure this ship is smooth sailing and make sure we don't have any hiccups tonight. But I think we are doing.
You know what? It could be the weather. It's a little delayed for us.
Yeah,
but I also had a problem getting on StreamYard, so I had to go out, come back in. So it is what it is. But hi, Joel. You sound fine now, so if that helps any, I don't know.
So
I'm not a tech person, so you're like, I'm not the one to ask. Hey, if it goes out, look at it. I'm gonna wait for you to text me, tell me if we go back on.
Yeah, I think we're fine.
You know.
But if y'all hear my baby boy, he's out there having the time of his life. So again, y'all know how it goes on around here. My baby boy likes to hear himself, and right now he is doing that very loud and clear. But let's go ahead and get to it. I'm sorry I had to skip over. I see Dame in the house. I see John C in the house. I see a lot of DC's in the house. Antonio's in the house. I see everybody. William, appreciate y'all for hanging in there with the terrible quality. But we are good to go. Got my brother Tyrone Koppel in the house as well. So we're gonna get to business because we got a lot to cover.
We got a lot.
But before we get started, Heather, what is your scent of the day going to pay those ties?
I'm not really wearing a scent of the day on purpose because I really wanted to keep things a little clear for what we're discussing and not have the space cluttered. But in saying all that, because I had to prepare for this live stream, I pulled out this. How do you do this one again? I pulled out salted green mango from Stranger Parfums, which I haven't worn this year, and I put a little bit on because I really miss this. I didn't get to wear this summer. I feel like we still have some summer ahead of us.
Sure you do. It's August.
This was my first mango that I was like, the reason why I bought it is because of these really weird two guys that review like perfume, and they do it like in a church with this beautiful organ. But anyways, the title says salted green mango, and I was like, well, I gotta have that. It's really good. There's a chili note in this, but I just missed it. I really don't have a scent on because I really wanted to keep the space prepared for all the things that we're going to talk about, and I kind of want to be like, give you guys really good feedback and not be clouded with something else.
We're not worried about that. You could have had them send the day and did that, Heather.
No.
Yeah, you definitely could have. But my scent of the day, very easy day, easy wear for me, kind of a little bit of running around, took my boys to the barbershop. Not really too much going on. Me and Sway are getting ready to, well, you don't know her as Sway, I don't think, but Swayla, we're getting ready to go on our anniversary this weekend. So just kind of moving around wearing this one. I really like it. It could be my favorite designer pickup of the year. We'll see, but it's from the house of Ralph Lauren. We went with Polo 67. Polo 67. I am a fan. The
Big
pineapple, the vetiver, the woods, the earthy tones in here. This stuff is fantastic. Listen, and you know what? I put I think about 5 or 6 people on to this our work, and they all say the same thing. They say, man, this is really, really good. It's not too much. It's not light. No. It's just right where it needs to be for an everyday wear. So Polo 67, my scent of the day. I really enjoy this. It's up there with one of my favorite designer pickups of the year so far. And hell, it could be in my top 10 pickups of the year when we get to the end of 2024. Seriously. So great everyday driver. You can wear any time of year, really to anything or any situation. And it's really, really good. I like that pineapple in the opening. They do a really good job for synthetic pineapple. It comes off very nice. All right. So the fruitiness is just right. The vetiver is just very clean. Touch of earthiness, touch of greens, touch of woods. Good stuff. Polo 67.
And the price is the price is reasonable for a designer.
It's $100 retail.
You can't go wrong. It's one of my favorite ones that came out for the summer too. So it really is a solid release. And I'm glad you picked that one.
So Shauna, stop putting my family business out on the stream. Now you could have texted that, but put my family business on the stream. Maybe your own people, as Jason would say. Stop putting my business all on the stream. Don't worry about my router. I will take care of that when I get the opportunity. Thank you, Shoshana. Thank you.
I won't tell you how old mine is. I brought it from Denver, and I've been here for about 4. So
yeah, we're gonna get it together. We're gonna get it together. All right, y'all. So we're gonna get into the House of Creed right now. As y'all know, there's been I want to say all together within the last year 4 releases. 2 from the women's line, Carmina and Queen of Silk, and then 2
almost a year today. Almost a year today.
And 2 more that are approaching, I think, full retail release, whether it's now or in a couple of days or a couple of weeks. You have Delphinus, I believe I'm saying that right, and you have Centaurus. Those are the 2 new releases from Creed, and they're a part of the Amber Oracles. So I put out a video, I want to say about 2 weeks ago, with my first impressions. And if you saw that video, I made it very, very clear that I really enjoy the DNAs of both. I really enjoy the different direction for a Creed. For the Creed line, we're really going down, and we'll get into everything in just a second. I really enjoyed the direction that they went with Centaurus and Delphinus. And very, very interesting point of contact for Creed right now, because for quite some time, Heather, give me a second here. I'm gonna just kind of explain my piece of the Creed thing. So for quite a while, probably for the last 2 years or maybe even more, I've had not much interest in Creed. I really put them on the absolute back burner of my interest outside of the classics. The Silver Mountain Waters, the Aventus, the Green Irish, you know, all the classics, right? But for a while, we weren't really getting many releases. They went to this whole like this exclusive premium line that they went to, with the prices were through the roof. With fragrances like what's the one I like, Heather?
Absolute.
No. In that certain line they do with the different bottles with all the little mini Creed signs.
Oh, the Les Exclusives, but the Les Exclusives have always been Les Exclusives.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So they branched off into that line, but long story short, the interest just wasn't there. But only so recently have I been able to tap back in, and it's because of one Creed fragrance in particular that really kind of ignited things for me, and that was Creed Himalaya. And after I experienced that earlier this year, my mind just kind of said, okay, let's revisit some things. And I went and revisit Silver Mountain Water, and I went and revisit Virgin Island Water, and Millésime Impérial, and Original Santal, and Oud Royale. And I really just started tapping into these, let's call it what it is. These are legendary creations. Creed has a lane, and in this community, and I'm guilty of it, there's so much new stuff, so many new brands, so many new fragrances. Sometimes it's just kind of like, okay, let's go on to the next thing. And then there's the price point as well. So there's so many different things that can trigger. But the one thing I want to highlight tonight with Heather, we're going to talk about the artistry. We're going to talk about what we're getting, what we're experiencing, the details and the breakdown of these beautiful creations that have really shaped the fragrance community. Let's call it what it is. Because before I knew anything about a fragcom, or anything about YouTube, or anything about talking fragrances, I knew what Creed Aventus was. And that was me being in my local barbershop, and my barber and a couple of fellas in there wearing, hey, you don't know about that Creed Aventus? I didn't know about Creed Aventus, but I knew what it was. And it wasn't until later until I was able to, you know, get my hands on it. So just gonna put my piece out there, a resurgence for me when it comes to Creed. There are some bottles that I am going to be acquiring before the year is out. And the respect factor, I'm ashamed to say it because how I feel now, it wasn't there. But now that it is there. There is a deeper appreciation and a deeper understanding of what we're getting with the brand. So I just want to highlight that before we get going tonight. We're going to go ahead and start, Heather, with the newer releases.
Okay.
So before we tap into them, give us a roundabout of a short summary of what we're getting with this new wave.
Okay, let me get my chair. Okay, so short summary. I'm gonna reach back here, guys. But so short summary is this. This is like a little pamphlet that goes out with the deluxe samples. So you have two amber base fragrances, and they're called the Amber Oracles. They are, so you can see the kind of the stars and things. So they're called the Amber Oracles. Not 100% sure what an oracle is, but I'm sure somebody in the chat will tell us. I know somebody read like Lord of the Rings and knows all about oracles. One is an energy, fiery, powerful, spicy, more dynamic. And that is the untamed side. And the other side of the Amber Oracles is the more airy, ethereal, elegant. I want to say celestial because, but they're both constellations. And it's a little bit more of a more airier kind of fragrance. So you got those two opposing things coming together to make a whole. They do complement each other very well. One thing that I can say that might be an interest, because I had to do an extensive trading in this, is the Centaurus one, the darker red, fiery, more vibrant looking one, is an actual constellation. I would show it to you, but I don't know if it'll come across on the live stream. But in here, it shows you the little star constellation. And the other one, Delphinus, is how I was taught to say it. So think of dolphin, fin, us. So Delphinus is a little tiny constellation that's kind of shaped like a dolphin in the northern hemisphere. So anyways, that's the concept that the family came up with, because basically still the Creed family is still has an active role in a lot of this. I know there's a lot of conversation about Creed and a lot of stuff. We'll probably do a deeper dive into it. So, and then you have these are the ones that I gave Dedrick, and the ones that I have here are legitimate, proper fragrance from where they're supposed to come from. We didn't get them off a truck that fell off the back. They're the legit thing. We didn't get it from like our uncle's friend who's out in Jersey. You know what I'm saying? Not like that. So I only give him proper stuff. And so the collection is surprisingly super cool. I have to say, I wasn't, you know, like with every Creed release, I kind of hold my breath and go, okay, what are we coming with? Because you just never know. And I really was shocked at how much, how nice they were and how much I liked them, coming off the heels of Queen of Silk, which, you know, if we're honest, Queen of Silk is a fragrance. It's not for everybody. It's not everybody's cup of tea.
It's good.
It's just not everybody's cup of tea.
It's so poorly titled.
Agreed.
That
agreed. You and I should be on their team.
They could have just named it Silk. Honestly, they could have just
Royal Silk, Silk Road,
yeah, you know,
mystical silk, and
everything. But the Queen part,
that threw people off.
Yeah, you would look at it and be like, "All right, this
is for the ladies. I'm not gonna."
Well, this is for the ladies.
And people dismiss it before actually getting their nose on it. So I agree with you 100% that the title of that particular composition, it is what it is. They didn't ask my opinion. They certainly didn't ask your opinion. But you and I could have named that properly and been spot on. We're like, next time, Creed, just ask us. Just ask the Smell Good family. We will tell you what's up. So anyways.
Stogie, to answer your question, Stogie, yes, I do believe that Carmina and Queen of Silk are unisex. If you're looking for a more masculine touch, I would go Queen of Silk, because there are some spices in there for sure that can definitely come alive. But Carmina, I feel like a man could wear Carmina as well. It does. I have a couple
clients that wear it.
It leans a little feminine, yes. If you don't mind that, then you'll be fine, because I don't mind it. So to answer your question, Stogie, yes, both I believe are unisex. Travis says, not a fan of Creed's new bottles, feels cheap and gimmicky. Well, Travis, if you haven't gotten have you got your nose on them? Have you experienced them? Or are you just kind of going off what you're seeing? In my opinion, I think that you're getting a lot of high quality, as you always have. I've had the bottles in my hand. I've smelled the fragrances. Not saying that you have, Travis. I'm just speaking on your opinion here. But I encourage you, if you haven't, to go out and see for yourself. Get your hands on the bottles, smell the fragrances. And if you have done that already, then cool. Your opinion is your opinion. Yeah. No harm, no foul.
But the bottle design, in all fairness, the bottle design is not much different from the square format. It's more like it's just a little bit more streamlined at the neck. To me, honestly, they didn't do a big change, so I really don't have a problem. What you should know, okay, so so this is a great conversation piece, especially for the last viewer.
Travis.
All the glass is hand poured. It's Piguet glass from France. Travers. So there's a little bit of, they're not just like molds, like, you pour glass to a mold and turn it and burn it, like kitchenware. It's actually a really nice little bit of glass. If you do break one, they shatter just like American cut crystal. And if anybody has ever broken American cut crystal, you know what I'm talking about. So the glass is actually high quality, Zumac caps, a little bit of attention in the details. I mean, the devil's in the details, right? You guys all want to know everything. Well, I'm going to give you everything. The glass is hand poured in France. Piguet is the company that does the glass for Creed. They probably do it from some other high-end perfumers, but that's just a little bit of more like backstory. Design, I can't comment on it. I mean, it's like saying, "Oh, I don't like what a DeLorean looks like. I like what a Lambo looks like." I don't know.
Yeah, it's all
It's just a
personal
car,
preference at the
man. I
end of
don't
the
know. It's
day.
just a shape.
Well, it's just all personal preference or whatever. You know
Right,
what I
right,
mean?
right.
So it just depends on what era that you're in. But I mean, I feel you, Travis. Your opinion is very warranted and welcome here. That's how you feel about it. That's how you feel. But again, I encourage you to go get those bottles in your hand, smell them for yourself if you have not already, and see how you feel about that. Because you know, I disagree with your opinion. I think it is very solid stuff from the house. So let's go ahead and get into the first one, Centaurus. Because we have a lot to discuss tonight. So Centaurus, I'm gonna spray a
You
little
have a
bit because
lot
I
to
love
discuss.
both of these. I'm gonna
Right.
spray a little bit on my inside of my wrist here. And Heather, with Centaurus, and the reviews are out. A lot of people are giving conversations to them for sure. One of the more beautiful, spiced and sweet tobacco fragrances. And what I love most about the Centaurus is it's very wearable. Now, this is not something that you have to really
Yeah.
put a lot of effort into to say, okay, I'm going to wear Centaurus tonight. I got to go to
I
a
got to
wedding.
think about
No.
where I'm going.
No,
Yeah.
you don't. You can literally wear this to the office, I think. You can wear this on a date. You can wear this to the movies. You could do this on a fun night. You could do a lot of things with Centaurus. And I must say, truth be told, it does remind me of other things that are already living in the space. But there's difference with me with Creed, and of course, Heather, I want to get your thoughts as well. It has that Creed freshness to it. There's a freshness that really aromatically booms the air. It's not deep. It's not heavy. It's not something that you have to kind of run away from. It's something that you could just really enjoy with doing your traditional sprays, however that may be. It's really good on skin. The quality is there. It's very smooth. And I'm just a fan of it. So Heather, your experience with Centaurus, where are you at with it?
I like the tobacco nuance. Okay, so I want to kind of go off something you just said. Bourbon vanilla, cinnamon, pink pepper, heliotrope, jasmine, and things that we own and things that we have smelled. Yes, there are. You have probably 300, 400 bottles by now, maybe 700.
Don't tell my business. Don't tell my business. Don't tell my business.
I'm not. I'm just throwing numbers out. I'm just throwing a dart at a dartboard. I'm pretty sure that these notes are someplace else, and it's kind of like how it's like Lego. Okay, there's blue ones, there's red ones, there's the green ones, and it's just what I build with it. The notes are there. Yes, I agree. I have smelled tobacco and honey and cinnamon and all these other things. The airiness comes through for me with the Centaurus. The one thing that I do find is that two of the women that I wore it when I was wearing it at work, the women seemed to like it on me. And they were like, that smells nice on you. And funnily enough, it smells good on another woman that I work with, because we were all doing our wear test. So even though it feels like these are all masculine leaning, it smells great on a woman.
Sure.
I would love to wear this out to a cigar bar or some kind of bar or some place that's like maybe like a little not like on today where it's a little hot and humid, but when the temperature is appropriate and I find the right moment, like that is I like the imagery of somebody coming in and they have their coat because maybe it was a little chilly, and then they had it like this, and then they kind of release when they come into the bar, and they go up to their group of friends and they shake themselves, and that kind of the scent comes out a little bit, and I don't know, it just seems like that would be oh God, that'd be a really fun experience. I have a lot of positive feedback from not just myself, but from a lot of other people, and from the most unlikely people who don't even like Creed. They're like, yeah, I Creed.
Yeah,
you did it.
It's really good. I think the speed change. I think that's what's getting a lot of people's attention. And I'm not gonna lie, I didn't expect neither one of these fragrances to smell like they smell. And we're gonna get to Delphinus in a minute. We're gonna get to Delphinus in a minute, but I think that's what's kind of catching a lot of people off surprise. And I've watched several reviews. I watched Ross's first time he smelled Centaurus. And everybody was kind of along the same ride, like, hey, yo, like not really expecting this to be what it is. And then, you know, you get the quality as well. Of course, with all creeds, you're going to get the quality. But I want to highlight Travis's clarification here. He says, I don't disagree on quality. Okay, I should have clarified. I prefer Aventus Cologne, Viking colored bottles. Printed logo just feels like they could have done more. I feel you. I got you. I feel you. I feel you on that, right. Because you get the...
You want the paper labels. So the paper labels do still exist on the Creed Aventus for her.
He doesn't want the paper labels. He doesn't.
Oh.
He's saying he likes like this on the Aventus.
He likes it.
Yes. The engraving.
And everybody has their thing. I mean,
I'm with him.
Yeah.
I'm with him on that.
It don't really... either way, someone's going to hate this. Someone's going to like that. I mean, you probably can never hit it just right.
It's personal preference, but I definitely feel him on that because it adds a little bit more quality to what you have and what you paid for. So, Travis, I absolutely agree with you because you could have done more for the price point. And then I got to assume Creed is like everybody else. They're cutting costs somewhere. So, if they're not engraving bottles,
every company has a profit margin.
But, Travis, I feel you. I feel you for the money that you have to pay for Creed. The engraving of the bottles, that small little detail, it matters. So I'm with you on that, man. I'm with you on that. All right. We got speaking of Ross, got my man Ross in the house. Miss Heather is the GOAT. And Dedrick is okay too. Well, I appreciate that, my guy. FWO for life. For life. For life. All right. So let's see. I see everybody coming in. The Baba Thumper in the house. What's up? Ooh, girl, no, ideal extreme, sir. Why are you playing with these people like that? Be careful with that one, sir. That's a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. Beautiful. That plum in there is so good. Dakota says, why do you suppose Creed gets so much flack? I've never had any issues with them. That's probably $1 million question. And I'll say this.
It is a $1 million question.
I'll say this, and of course, Heather, I want her to give her vibe. For me, like I stated, I don't know if you saw the beginning, just a few minutes ago. I think in the world of there's always something new, the appreciation, at least for me, speaking for me, the appreciation got lost for Creed. Like I was really on some like wild disappreciation on the house. So with me, especially being a content creator, I mean, there's so many new things being thrown at me left and right, and you want to try the new thing, and you know, it's kind of hard to settle down and you know, with the classics. But just speaking for me, so I just think that the flack is such a just flack and Creed in the same sentence is terrible. But I'm just going to speak for myself. It's just the culture that we are in now, especially with social media. There's always something new. There's always something new. So that's my thoughts. Heather, what are yours?
Why does it get so much flack? I think I have a theory, and it's just a theory. This is nothing proven here. I think sometimes, like when we get to the luxury side of the world, and if you don't have a lot of experience with luxury stuff, like the first time I ever bought a really good handbag, like I'm talking like in excess of $1,000, and it's like the hype of getting something like a Fendi bag because of the name and the status that it had, and everybody's going to be like, "Oh, you got that," and it's not and it wasn't a counterfeit. It was like the legit thing, and it had like official markings on the inside, and the zipper was proper. I mean, sometimes and then people will be like, well, you know, it's not really all that. It's just a bag. You're just going to throw some shit in it and your keys in it and you bubble gum, and your kids are going to get shit all over it anyways. So sometimes, like when we don't understand luxury things or we're not really moving in those circles, it's hard to grasp the concepts of craftsmanship and raw ingredients and labor intensive processes and things of that nature. And so yeah, so it's like when I was a kid, when somebody had something better than me, it'd be like, oh man, that's trash. Nobody wants that shit. Like, and it's like a better quality thing that you have because your parents didn't have it like that. So the easier thing to do is just kind of like naysay it. So there could be some of that that's just natural in human beings, just to tear something down, especially if we don't understand it. My understanding of Creed wasn't natural. I want everybody to know it took a long time to get to know what's going on at the store and to appreciate things. It's like that with most things. Like, I don't understand really good watches still. I'm like, well, what the hell, man? I had a Citizen and it was growing great. Even the numbers died to tell you the date, but it still told me the time. And I was like, I still thought that was a functional thing. And people are like,
well, let me
yeah,
ask you
no,
this. Well,
these are these other things out here.
let me ask you this, with just the point. I mean, we all do it. You do it. I do it. I mean, I think it's a real simple answer. Like that new pair of shoes you got, Heather. You're gonna love those shoes for how long?
4 months.
Until you see the next pair, right?
4 months.
And then what happens in maybe 3 to 6 months? You'll say to yourself, or a year, you'll say to yourself, gosh, I either forgot about these shoes or dang, like I haven't pulled these out in quite some time. You know what I'm saying? I just think I don't think that's only with Creed. I think name a brand.
There's a lot of stuff.
Lauren. Yeah, Ralph Lauren.
Yeah, for real.
Anything, even a restaurant, your favorite restaurant that you say is your favorite, but you ain't been there in a year. You want to know why?
But the experience you had was great, and it made a memorable experience.
Right. But then someone says, Heather, let's check out this new steak restaurant on such and such. Okay. So it's just, I think you made a lot of great points. I think it's a lot of multitude of things that the word.
It's a combination of stuff. Sure. Yeah. But
all right. So let's move to Delphinus, which spoiler alert, this is my favorite. I'm going to spray a couple sprays on here of Delphinus on my left hand. Here we go here. This is my favorite, y'all. This is my favorite. Excuse me while I just sing to the heavens real quick.
I love it too. No, I do. I do love it too.
Oh God, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful iris. The sweetness from that tonka bean, powdery nature. Light spice in here as well.
So much goodness.
This is very sexy to me. This is very forward. Like your approach, if you want to have like a forward approach with someone, let's say you're going out on that date or you're going out to that, that link up, you might be going to a party or something like that. And you want that forward presence about yourself. You're looking good, you're groomed well, you're feeling good. And you have on that fragrance when you walk in, especially during the cooler months, and you walk in and this is coming off you. It's gotta be on somebody's mind to say, what the hell are they wearing? It's gotta be. Now, don't disrespect the Centaurus. I love it. I think it's really, really good. But for me personally, and I'm a big iris lover, it's definitely Delphinus. Heather, talk to me about Delphinus. Am I saying it right? I'm the Butcher Senior here. Probably not.
Delphinus. There's only one eye. Again, it's a constellation. Normus has a spear. This is your more mystical and shimmering fragrance. The other side to the blazing wild. What Ross didn't get, because I was kind of holding back because I knew I was coming here, but there's some notes that are not published right now. My interpretation is going to be the incense comes out on me in the beginning. Again, chorus. There's heliotropes. There's patchoulis. There's a touch of leather in this, and the bourbon vanilla. So when I wore it, the first time I wore it, and I came home, and I was actually laying in bed, and I was like, sometimes I like listen to things on the phone, but I really don't listen to them. They just play, and I fall asleep. And I could get the vanilla, and the vanilla is a very dry vanilla, almost like vanilla powdery, but not sweet. People, it's like the perfect vanilla for me.
It is.
I find this one to be a very subdued and elegant. Like, it's so sublime. It's not going to be your big forward. It's not going to be a big push. It sits a little closer on me, and it's a little bit more like, wow, it's more of an intimate kind of experience. I find this one to be, I'm not going to say this is a holy grail iris, but damn, it's good. I mean,
yeah, it's good. It's good.
it's what
It's like the
I
perfect
tip my
combo
hat
iris.
to Creed for this. I
It's
really
the
do.
It's the perfect combo iris. You get that powdery but earthy makeup bag. It's like all three irises in one.
So,
Honestly. So
do
it's
you
a
know what
really beautiful
marzipan
iris.
is? That
Oh,
there's like a thing that people eat, marzipan. Like, the smell I get reminds me of this stuff, especially in Amsterdam. It's really, really popular there.
Amsterdam, folks.
It's like a smashed up
Amsterdam.
paste of almonds, and then they make it flat and they put it inside the speculoos. And anyways, it's a Dutch treat. If I ever go to Amsterdam, I'll bring you some back.
Yeah, please
The
do.
almond taste smells like what's in Delphinus to me. There's that marzipan thing going on, and it's really nice. Like, I really like this. This is not sweet. This is not a gourmand in my
Really good.
book, but it's really, really, it's so
Really good.
sublime. Like,
It's really
hey,
good.
they
It's
did
really good.
good. What can I
They
say?
did. They did. They did really good.
They did
They
good with
did really
that.
good. And
Mhm.
I must say, just to really put a little bit more hype on it, I guess, because I haven't heard a lot of negativity towards what Creed is doing. We know they're under new leadership, under new a lot of different things.
Curring
Um,
Beauty has Creed management now.
so I would like to think that the brain power and the creative team is all new. It seems to even with Carmina and Queen of Silk.
Mm-mm.
Well, I'm just saying it has to be somebody new in there. They didn't come up
Yeah.
with this on their own. I refuse to
I'll tell you
believe.
what the new part is. Okay, I'll tell you what my understanding of what's going on is. You had BlackRock had it for a little bit, and I think they really fucked it up. I'm just gonna say it like that. I don't know who was BlackRock. The management, the time that they had Creed, things weren't going great. Curring Management is the management company. Creed, the family, like Erin Creed, Olivia Creed, are still making this stuff with the help of one or two other expert perfumers, but the briefs are still coming from the Creed family. Carmina was actually taken from a sketchbook from one of the family members, and it's still got a lot of Creed, has still 49% control of the shares. Curring Beauty took over Creed the same way they took over Gucci, and Gucci was floundering. And Curring came in and does the business side. They're a management company for high end. Who does Curring have? Because I wrote it down for you guys. Has revitalized Gucci, Saint Laurent, Bottega Vendetta, Balenciaga, Alexander McQueen, Baroni, Boucheron. Any of these names ring a bell? Y'all got t-shirts and things by these companies. None of this is cheap stuff. This is high-end luxury. So what they did is they stepped in and said, Creed, y'all keep doing your thing creatively. We will help manage the business side. And now you have the perfect making for a company that really wants to just explore creative juices when somebody else can deal with the marketing and the money side. And that's what's going on currently. This is what you're experiencing since Carmina. And I think a lot of people don't realize that.
So what I was more referring to was not any of that. I was referring to they might have hired a person here and a person there for creative. And just like, let's go to just something so simple. Let's go to pizza.
Yeah.
At one point in time at Pizza Hut, you could get pepperoni, sausage, and meat lovers and cheese. That's it. But then they hired somebody. They say, hey, let's do stuffed crust pizza. Boom.
Yeah.
So there's somebody in the new Creed regime. There's somebody there who said
y'all need some this amber stuff.
Yes, and that's what I was referring to. There's some new brain trust. There's some new creative. There has to be. I refuse to
Yes.
believe
There probably is a consultant.
The Creed family, as pristine and prestige as they are, and all the beautiful creations that they have, I refuse to believe that they sat down and created Delphinus and Centaurus. They did not. They did not. I refuse to believe that. I believe there was a new creative mind that says, hey, let's try this out. This is what's working. This is, we're entering into the fall. Let's try this. I mean, that's what I think. Like, if they were to hire somebody like me, that's what I would have told them. Like, don't release another fresh and green, spicy, oody fragrance again. Like, the people are looking for more, or looking for another layer, and that's what the point I was trying to make there. So, all great information from you, Heather, for sure. That's stuff that we'll never know, and with your training and your experience, it's good. So.
There is another thing that you guys might find fun. If I recall, it took about 5 years for Centaurus to be developed. So I mean, somebody's been sitting on it. It just didn't have to, it's probably been in the works, but then things take time. I don't know how this. I don't know. I need a perfumer.
Of course.
Like how long stuff. Hi, Mr. TaylorMade.
TaylorMade says, good evening, sir and Miss Heather. I have a nice sample size of Centaurus, and to me, it smells like a richer version of Parfums of Marlon Harrod. I can see that. I was kind of disappointed in the profile, but it will sell. I'll feel you if you're a fan of Harrod. Harrod is really, really good. I love Harrod. I'm not going to answer which one I prefer because I haven't had a chance to wear Centaurus, but I understand the opinion there. I did see something else I wanted to highlight. Shout out to the Fragrance Show, Jerome in the house. Peace, everyone. I have to say, even though Creed gets a lot of hype, Absolute Aventus has to be, in my opinion, the top release of 2024. All right. Hey, listen.
Yeah,
I forgot to even mention Creed Aventus Absolute, which is absolutely fantastic. It is fantastic. It's a flanker done right, in my opinion, from the original Aventus. So thank you for bringing that up. For sure. All right, so Heather, you ready to do a giveaway?
We are ready to do a giveaway. Let's give it away. Give it away. Give it away now.
A giveaway that we're getting ready to do. Shout out Sally Knows It All in the house. I see you, my guy. Appreciate you for stopping through.
Hi, Sally.
Who else is in here? Charles is in the house. Says the performance sucks. Okay, well, to each its own, my man. To each its own. Okay. Let's see. And anybody who has comments like that, I always gonna Charles Creed. So okay, so I don't know if you're trolling, bro, or you're really passionate, or you're a big fan of Creed in the past. But I always would like to ask:
everybody has an opinion, right?
Well, Charles, have you experienced the new fragrances from Creed? I always like to ask that. Have you experienced it? Have you smelled them? Have you worn them? Have you I'm just curious, my man. Not saying that your opinion is wrong, because none of us are right here tonight. None of us.
Maybe they did.
But just very curious to know if you've tried them out for yourself. Got my Maurice in the house when I product carbon for sure. All right, y'all. So let's do a giveaway. Here we go. So Miss Heather hit me up early. She said, "Hey, want to do something fun? I want to give away 2 samples of I'm gonna
give away both.
The Centaurus and the Delphinus. And here's how we're going to do it. Heather's going to ask a question, and the first person who types an answer, I'm going to watch the chat very closely. I'm going to watch it on StreamYard. I'm not looking at it on YouTube, but I'm looking at it on StreamYard. All right. So we're going to give away 2 samples.
I'm writing the question.
Now the winner,
tell me how this works.
The winner will email me. You will email me, and you will give me your address and all your information, and I will forward that over to Heather so she can get that out to the winner. I will also ask a question that I won't say what it is online, just to confirm this is a real person. I always do that. There's so many crazy people in the world, but I won't say that here. I will wait for the winner.
Many.
I'll wait for the winner to do that. All right, so here we go. Samples of Centaurus, samples of Delphinus. Miss Heather, when you ask the question, the timer will start. The first answer that I see, that will be the winner. Heather, go.
What year was the most iconic Creed fragrance released? So two things I'm looking for.
Are you looking
What
for what?
year was the most iconic Creed fragrance release? It's a
You looking
pretty,
for the name as well? You looking for the name?
yeah, they gotta state the
Okay.
name and the year. It's a
Name and the
no-brainer.
year. Name
So
and the year.
have you guys know this stuff already? You probably
I'm
do it
waiting for it.
blindfolded.
I see a lot of years, but I don't see no name.
I got a new notebook, chat.
William Fisher. William Fisher got it correct. 2010 Creed
Yeah.
Aventus.
They're
Everybody,
yours, Bill.
I had probably 7 people throw the year out, but did not throw out
All right.
the name.
He's got
of the
him. Don't
fragrance.
worry.
So listen, it's very, 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 very particular that you guys listen to the question all the way. And William Fisher was the first person to jump up on StreamYard.
What's up,
so
Bill?
William, get my email from my bio, my YouTube bio. You can either email me or you can DM me on Instagram. So DM me or email me on Instagram. I will forward your information to Heather, and she will get these 2 samples over to you. But don't fret. Don't fret. I have 2 more samples right here. The 20,000 subscriber giveaway is coming up. And on that live stream, I will give away both of these samples. We are less than 100 and let me see. What's my number right now? We are less than 150 subscribers away.
Nice.
From crossing the 20,000 subscriber mark. And I will give this away live on the 20,000 subscriber live stream. So you will have another chance if you're a part of that live stream to win these 2 samples. And Heather put like a little ribbon around it.
Yeah, it's a little Creed bracelet.
So I'm going to keep it. Oh,
yeah.
It's a bracelet. Oh, y'all can't have a bracelet.
I got one. Wait. No,
I know. I'm just messing with them. So this will be given away at 20K. All right. So congratulations to William once again for winning the giveaway. Cheers to William and everybody else who participated. But there will be another chance. Oh, he's in Jacksonville. I'll just stop and grab them this weekend. Okay. Yes. Well, if Heather is there this weekend, then we can make that happen for sure. All right. So there goes the shipping of $4.95 out the window. All right, y'all. So we'll go ahead and get into a little bit more conversation from the House of Creed. We have 92 people watching. I think our crowd got as big as 114, but we only have 69 thumbs up. We've been on for an hour, y'all. Can we get 100 likes, please? Can we get 100 likes? This type of content, Heather is out here prepared like never before.
Yeah, I even got a new notebook. Come on, guys.
And we get that thumbs up to get 100 likes on this live stream tonight. We would greatly appreciate. We have a fantastic crowd and a lot of people are here showing love. We got a $20 super chat from my guy Jay Hernandez. What's good, Dedrick and Miss Heather? End of the day, Michael Malure, Amber and Smoke. 69-degree weather, cool weather where you are. That is very, very beautiful weather, sir, where you are right now. So, Jay, thank you for the support. Thank you for the $20 super chat. I appreciate you, Jay. You showed me a lot of love on this channel. You've always have, and I appreciate you, my man. We got my sister in here, Jocelyn Hicks, in there. Hi, brother. I hit that thumbs up. Thank you very much, sis. Love you. Appreciate the love. All right. All right. So let's go ahead and get into it. So we're going to hang out for about another 30, maybe 45 minutes. We're prepared for a 2-hour stream here tonight. So now we're going to transition over to some recommendations of the house. So Heather has a handful. I have a handful that we're going to recommend. We're going to recommend the Creed fragrance, and we're going to tell you why we think it'd be a good recommendation for said crowd. Okay, so Heather, let's go ahead and jump into this. My sister getting a lot of love in the chat. Heather, my sister says hello.
Hi.
Appreciate that.
It's me again.
Just like that, we got up to 93 likes. Just like that, we're almost to 100. So we appreciate that. All right, Heather, let's go ahead and get into some recommendations. Of course, ladies first. What is your first recommendation from the House of Creed? Tell us why. And tell us who you think it's for. Who do you think it's for?
Well, you're going to laugh because the title says it all. All right, these are in no order. I'm just going to go with the things that I like.
Yeah, of course.
I'm going to do Creed. Oops, wait, hang on. Can you guys see that?
Yep, you're good.
Just like that, right?
Yep.
Creed Aventus for her, because the majority of you guys are men in the channel, but I do know that we've got like 2% of women in here. So this is what's important also for guys to hear, maybe like some nice recommendations for women. Why Creed Aventus for her? Because if he's wearing Creed Aventus, then this is the perfect no-brainer partner to his scent, her scent. Creed Aventus for her is a really beautiful, and I would have to say it's a very confident fragrance for a woman. It's categorized as a fresh, woody, crisp, fruity, floral. Notes in there for the guys. If you're ever at a Creed counter, smell this and get this on your hand. Green apple, bergamot, pink pepper, lemon, rose, lilac, black currant, pineapple, peach, sandalwood, cedar, patchouli, musk. It's almost like Creed Aventus, but just in a different jumble order. And I actually really like the scent trail on this. This is one of the ones that work well for me here in Jacksonville because it is humid and it does get hot. And I do like the crisp that's very citrus forward. Who's it recommended for is it's definitely got a very elegant feel. So definitely it's anybody who's in a professional setting. I do a lot of fragrance consultations. It's a great wedding bridal scent. It doesn't have to be bridal, but it works well because it's not syrupy, sickly sweet. Uber just like refreshing, but it's gorgeous. And if you like that little bit of, if you like what was in Aventus with the fruity nuance, then Creed Aventus for her is a no-brainer, in my opinion. Okay. Oh, is that Leslie?
Yes, Leslie. Okay, great recommendation there. Yes, Creed Aventus for her smells really, really good as well. I think that's an excellent recommendation for sure. For me, my first recommendation, I have my Decant here, courtesy of the lovely Miss Heather. And this one is for the dogs. You understand me? This is for the fellas out there who know who they are, who know where they came from, who know where they are going, and only by God's hand himself, he will be the only thing to stop you. These are for the gentlemen that are in the chat tonight for that. And what am I referring to? I am talking about Royal Oud.
For the dogs.
This is for the dogs. Notice how my voice changed.
Yeah.
This right here, I'm going to go ahead and get this on my skin. And I just got to smell this. This is going to be my next full bottle of Creed. I've been holding on to this. Oh, my God. It's just masculine. It is for the kings. It is royalty. It is spicy. It is woody. It is a beautiful
it's all that and a bag of chips.
This is very masculine. Before the colder temperatures reign in, I will have my full bottle of Royal Oud. I almost copped it late last year, but I opted out on 2 different fragrances. But no more. No more. Royal Oud is special to me. And I got to read some of these notes. And for my fellas out here, look, this is not unisex, ladies. I don't know if you like it, rock it. If you like it, rock it. But this is not unisex. Main accords, woody, spicy, fresh, smoke, and resonance. Top notes, pink pepper, bergamot, galbanum, and lime. In the heart, angelica, cardamom, cedarwood, and clove. In the base, ambergris, frankincense, gaiac wood, which is oud, and musk, and Vietnamese oud, which is oud. You get a lot of masculine notes and accords. And I'm going to say this. If you're dressed to par and you're groomed to par, y'all see this beard? Y'all see? Yeah, y'all know I don't. If you walk in the room put together wearing Royal Oud, and this is no pressure on nobody who doesn't have it. I'm just telling y'all how I feel. You will rise to the top. You will be the cream.
Yeah.
Wearing Royal Oud.
To the top, horse and carriage.
Okay, here we go. We got a solo. Okay.
Yeah, right.
Top 5 oud ever created. top 5 oud of all time will be in my collection. I promise you, by the time we get to the fall top 10 or the winter top 10 videos, Royal Oud will be in my possession. I love this stuff, Heather. Thank you so much for blessing me with yet another sample of this. Royal Oud is my recommendation for the dogs. For the dogs. I just want to make that perfectly clear. I've seen somebody with the IBG Royal Oud.
Yeah, I know. The dog's probably going wild now.
For sure, for sure. Jay says, Dedrick, I'm going to hit you up on IG soon. I have another Discovery House you might be interested. Okay, Jay, hit me up, man. Hit me up, Jay. Hit me up. Joel says, Jocelyn, to my sister, what he puts out there, we give back. Appreciate you, Joel. Such a sweetheart. He's our fragrance bro.
I like that, Joel.
Appreciate you, Joel. That you really warmed my heart with that, Joel. I really appreciate the love because I know you mean it, Joel. I know you mean it. DJ says Royal Oud is all seasons to me. I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. Now I won't wait in the highest of heat, but I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. Come on, dogs. The Royal Oud is fire. Shout out Miss Leslie for the dogs for sure. She also says, yes, sir, D. Royal Oud is definitely a manly fragrance that I enjoy on the honey bun, her husband. There you go, Miss Leslie. Talk to him. Now, this is very mature now. All my young boys out here who watching, hey, go smell it first. Don't blind by this because D said this is it, y'all. D said this is it. No. Go smell it for yourself. Please. Please. All right, Miss Heather, let's go ahead and move on to your second recommendation from the House of Creed.
Okay, moving on. We're going to do this one.
Oh, Lord. Beautiful.
Again, no order. These are just things that I like.
We talking.
I wear this. Yes, it's male targeted, but in these days and times, who cares? Original Santal is probably my favorite Santal. There's only one other Santal I like a little more, and it's Van Cleef Arpels Santal Blanc. Everybody knows that. I've said that before. But in the rankings of the Santals of the world, Original Santal is a aromatic, classical. It's robust. It's warm. So the notes are ginger, juniper, bergamot, lavender, geranium, which I did not know until I actually looked it up for class today. Orange blossom, sandalwood. The musk is beautiful. The tonka bean is not too much. Cedarwood's in there. This is probably one of the ones that one can say this is a universal fragrance. Yes, it is, because it smells just like Le Labo, and Le Labo doesn't have any marketing on it. So this is just, super sexy. I do not care who wears this. This is super sexy. And
so good.
If you don't know the scent profile and you'd like to experience this, feel free to reach out to me in my capacity in the store, and I will try to introduce this to you, because this has to be worn by the whole world. End of class.
Maurice, I know why you laughing. Maurice, I know why you laughing, because I said all my young boys don't go get that Royal Oud, because Maurice, I know it's in your cart. Maurice,
get it out.
Relax.
No, Maurice,
relax, bro. Relax, bro.
You haven't even gotten Original Santal first. Hold on.
Trump says Royal Oud is my favorite Creed. I feel you, man. I feel you. Sir C.I. Sniffington, my man's Frederick Mall French Lover is worth a sniff if you like Royal Oud. You have my attention, sir. Similar vibe. Interesting, since Julien Rusquinet was Pierre Burden's apprentice. Ooh. And I actually prefer French Lover myself. Sir C.I.
I like all your information.
I know. He does this.
This guy is.
This is
a thorough one.
This guy's a superstar here. He's my favorite member of the Smell Good family.
Seriously, you're part of the Justice League.
You're tempting me, my man. Now I have to look into this, because while Miss Heather was talking, I put Royal Oud in my cart.
Oh, and you just told Maurice what?
I did. I told her relax, and I just put Royal Oud in my cart. Original Santal is strong. Yes, it is strong. It's a great performer, but you got to be careful with your sprays. Cara says, I wear all different kinds of fragrances. The more masculine ones just smell better to me. I feel you. Heather's like that. Shoshana is like that. She definitely likes more masculine scents. Blows women's market frags out the water. Carl, salute to you. Salute
Yeah.
to you. Sean Lane in the house. What's back and smell good? Familia, excuse me. Sin of the day, Mephisto, great stuff. Better late than never, but what I missed, I can watch on a replay. Yes, you can. Peace and blessings. Good smell. Sean Lane, I appreciate you, my guy. I appreciate that. Highly about Royal Oud. Hold on. Sorry, all finger slip. What were you saying there, Carl, about Royal Oud? My guy Dutch says Royal Oud, original Centaur green, average tweeds are my favorite creed. I feel you. Let's see.
Good taste, Dutch.
What you were saying, Cara. What you were saying. Okay, I didn't see you on the back end. Okay, cool. So, and I know Jason's showing Carl some love. Jason is a huge fan of the House of Creed, and I gotta give Jason his props for really making me reconsider my stance on Creed. And this is right before I smell Himalaya, and I'm going to get into Himalaya now. Actually, Jason was Erofa, and I believe he was talking about. He said Erofa, Millesime Imperial, the new Absolute. I mean, Jason was talking a lot of freaks over on Sips and Sniffs, and just I was like, man, am I tripping? No. And I'm not. Yeah. I was tripping. Jason wasn't tripping, but I was tripping. That's what he says. There'll be no slander, no Creed slander. With him present. So Jason is real high on the house. He stayed high on the house, but I have to salute to him for getting my brain back going. And here he goes. He says, I own 11 bottles from Creed. You can't go wrong. So that's what I mean. Jason is locked in. He locked in. House. But that's why he's my friend. Yeah, my next recommendation from the house is I gotta shout out Heather for this. This was my one of my birthday scents. I turned 40 years old this year, and I went to go see Heather for something I don't remember. I see Heather often, at least twice a month, and we talk more than that. But I was out there for something. And we were talking, and she was spraying Himalaya. I don't know why she was spraying. I don't know if she wanted to smell it for herself. I don't know why. But my nose caught it. And I said, Heather, what's that? And she was like, Creed Himalaya, like very nonchalant, very casual, because I guess she assumed that I was in the know of Himalaya. But up until that point, I had never smelled Himalaya. Like, never smelled it. So Heather sprayed some on my hand. And when my nose was introduced to Himalaya, I was stunned. This is the fragrance that I am crediting of getting me back into the flow of the House of Creed. Ladies and gentlemen, Creed Himalaya. I have spoken tremendously about this fragrance since I got it back in late April, early May. Yeah. When I left Heather in Dillard's, I was in my car in the parking lot, and I purchased the fragrance. It was here on Tuesday afternoon. I saw Heather on a Saturday, and Himalaya was in my hand on Tuesday. That's how much it touched me. That's how much it just resonated with my taste and where I was. And let me tell y'all something. This is clean. This is fresh. It smells like mountain air and sandalwood with fresh green spicy tones. It is so uplifting. It is masculine. It is gentleman-like. This is just one of my favorite fragrances in my entire collection. This is definitely a top 5 Creed. I got to kind of rate my Creeds to see where it really falls after Aventus. But this is beautiful. I love this fragrance. I love wearing it to work. My wife smelled it. She says, yeah, that smells like you. She said, yeah, that smells like you. So Creed Himalaya, beautiful fragrance. Thank you, Heather, for just randomly spraying this.
Somebody came up to the counter while we were talking.
Might have been.
And I thought you knew.
I did not know.
Actually, that's probably one of my favorite ones for on a man.
Yes. It's beautiful.
I really think that is so handsome. It's just spot on. It's like if and you wouldn't do this, but like maybe on a female reviewer's channel, maybe they have a list and it's like the perfect scent on a man. That would be one of my top 5 perfect scent on a man would be the Creed Himalaya. I think it's the elegance, it's sexy, it's fresh, it's not sweet like I'm just gonna say it. It's not like the designer sweets that are flooding the market right now.
Beautiful stuff.
Anyway, it hits all the right boxes, and it's just like, that's how, to me, that's how a man should smell. It should smell like Creed Himalaya.
Jason talking about blind by all Creed.
Go ahead.
Chill, Jason, chill. Because you're going to have my young boy Maurice out here spending $1,000 tonight. Relax. All right. Let me see. I seen one comment I want to get my input on. Carl was asking Jason a question. I wanted to answer it as well. What was Cara asking Jason? I'm trying to get caught up on the chat, so forgive me. Well, what did she? Oh, I guess she was asking about Tom Ford Noir Extreme. Buy it. Tom Ford Noir Extreme. Buy it. It is so sexy. A beautiful coffee note in there. An Indian dessert treat. Sweet, spicy, very succulent, almost erotic. A unique, sweet and spicy take. Performance is very intimate. I get around that 6-hour mark of that fragrance. It's not meant for you to wear all day long. It's meant for when somebody about to get that pressure. That pressure. Tom Ford Noir Extreme is meant for that pressure. You understand me? Cara, buy the fragrance. Okay. Buy the fragrance. All right, Miss Heather. Let's get along with it. What is your next recommendation from that?
Yes. So we're going to go here. Original vetiver.
I know you love that.
So this is not a love at first sniff. It was just a thing that was on the counter.
Right.
Something happened. One of the girls we were all messing around, and someone reached across to give me a hug or something, and the bottle got knocked down, and the top broke. So I ended up having to make samples that day because I can't spray it, and you can't do anything with it. So I have to kind of like think fast on my feet. So I was like, okay, make some samples. So we're making samples. All right. I can't remember who was with me, but the girls on the other bay were like, wow, what is that? And they came over and they wanted. So I gave them everybody got a sample that day. Right. The whole place was lit with original vetiver. It was so beautiful. Yes. And because it was in my fingers, this is where sometimes I overlook stuff, i.e. the one you dropped today, the Dior EDT. Getting stuff on skin just goes to show you that there's some work we have to do here. And this is a creamy vetiver. This is not a vegetable, sharp or abrasive vetiver.
Very clean.
It's uber clean. Why? Yes. And it's really bright. It's really nice. And all the women who I was with that day were like, this is amazing. We love this Creed stuff. And everybody starts spraying it on themselves. And one of them, even to this day, they're just like, okay. And they go on their busy day at, in retail sales. Original vetiver is a woody fresh. It has ginger, green notes. I'm assuming the green notes are meaning grass, lemon, vetiver, fresh floral. They don't tell me the florals, white musk, guaiac wood. Happy accident. I don't know. I kind of liked it because it was already fresh and green, but it wasn't until this happy accident happened. And I was like, this stuff is great. I do sometimes wear it when I do go to the gym in the morning. I just like the freshness. It wakes me up. It's vibrant. And by the way, Heather, your hair is on point. That's great because this is my day off and I do as little as I can for these live streams because I will be working tomorrow. So today is like, Yeah, you're
Shout out to
like,
Clark for the love.
thank you, and I accept that graciously.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, great choice there, Heather. That's another one that's on my list.
Yeah, Steven likes it too. Yeah, yeah, that's my buddy Steven.
Carl was going to go buy the Tom Ford Noir stream. Do your thing,
I'll
Carl.
be back.
Do your thing. Do your thing. All right. So great recommendation for sure. Brandon says Erofa is a dog. Yes, it is a dog.
Yes.
Really, really good. Sir Siaj back. I will never not simp for original vetiver. When I die, I wish to be embalmed.
That's kind of cool. Okay. I hadn't thought about that.
Well, Sir Siaj, I hope you leave great instructions for your family.
That's pretty dope, though. Come on. That is hella dope.
Yeah, I'll definitely have instructions for mine. Just pour the whole bottle of right on top of me. Yeah, just the whole bottle. All right. All right, man. Cersei, I love
that dude, man.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's awesome. All right. So my next recommendation, I'm not going to waste any longer. Speaking of creative interest, we're going to go ahead and get to it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a top 2 fragrance in my collection. I call it 1A and 1B to my Bleu de Chanel parfum. But we have the king. The king. We have royalty at its elite finest. We have one of the best DNAs ever created in Fragcom history. There are literally 2,000 dupes, clones, and inspired takes on this fragrance, and there is a reason for that. Niche houses, independent houses, designers, you name it, everyone has their take on the iconic Creed.
You know it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is my beautiful bottle of Creed Aventus, and I am absolutely in love over and over and over again. It's like every time I look at my wife, I re-fall in love just with smelling this fragrance. It is pineapple-y, bergamot citrus. It is oak moss. It is
delicious.
Fresh. It's masculine, fresh, spicy tones. If you consider yourself to be a king, you got to have a bottle of Creed Aventus. I'm talking about this bottle. I'm not getting into price points. I'm not getting into. No. Look, I have Club Dana We Intense Man. I have Hashivat. I have all of any type of inspired take. I have it. I have a problem when it comes to this DNA. But there's nothing like the original masterpiece. There's different batch codes. There's smoky versions. There's fruity versions. I don't care. Get your nose on the OG if you have not. I'm not dissing no other type of inspired take whatsoever because I love them, like I said. But this is what I would recommend to any man that's looking for a step up in class. If they haven't had Creed Aventus or never experienced Creed Aventus, and they ask me, D, I want to step up in class, what do I need to look into? Creed Aventus. Creed Aventus. Top 2 fragrance in my collection. My #1 Creed, hands down. I love this stuff. Fellas, get your nose on this. Ladies, you're looking for a great gift for your husband or your boyfriend or that love interest or whoever. You're looking for a great gift to kind of set the tone. He pulled out that Creed Aventus. I'm going to say it again. That Creed Aventus. You got him, baby.
It's better when it like glitches in it.
You got him, baby. And I don't care. And again, I don't care what none of y'all think. Anybody, if you listen, Creed Aventus, I might block you. So I would tread lightly. I will block you. I'm petty like that. When it comes
no
to
Creed slander in the chat. Jason already stated so.
Jason talking about Aventus Absolute is on Absolute. Oh, yeah, it's really good. But guess where Absolute came from? This is his daddy right here. Creed Absolute Aventus. Absolute, this is his daddy. Absolute's really good, Jason. I feel you, guy. I feel you, my guy. I really do feel you on that. But it's Papa Bear right here. And we not going to dismiss Papa Bear. Not round these parts. Not round these parts. He told me, look to my damn Dedrick trying to buy some frags tonight with the compliment for his wife. Yeah, for sure. That was real. That was real.
It was good, though. It was good. No, it was good. I was over here.
I ain't pandering. Yeah. I ain't pandering. I ain't pandering. I'm being real. He go my sister. He loves absolute Adventist so much. We put it on his birthday cake a couple of years ago. Yes. True story. True story.
Hey, Jocelyn.
I think when I turned 37 or 38, I had a Creed Adventist birthday cake. Man, I forgot about that just that fast. Yes, that is true. Wait until you get the absolute Dedrick. It is total different. No. I've smelled it. Heather blessed me with a sample.
Yeah.
I know where you're at,
before,
bro.
Jason.
Jason, I know where you at, bro. I know.
We know about you, Jason.
Jason, I ain't tripping. I know where you at. But I ain't dismissing the father. I'm not dismissing the king. I'm not dismissing. But Jason, I feel you. I'm with you. We right here. We right here for sure. All right, Miss Heather. What we at? You got number 4?
I think I got one. My last one that I.
Yeah, we got one more.
I got one more, 2 more. I don't know. Well, I'll go fast. Don't worry.
Okay,
the next one I have in my. Here, let me polish it up. This is. I don't know if I can do this right. Can you see that?
Perfect.
So yeah. I chose Windflowers. I knocked out Queen of Silk because Queen of Silk is relatively new for me, and I don't wear it as much. So I want everybody to understand, just because I have the Creed brand lead title, not every Creed was a first love, and it wasn't like, oh God, I love all of these. Yes, some were a natural, some were not. Right. Windflowers I actually didn't like. When I first got the counter, I actually dismissed Windflowers. I was like, no, hell no, and no. And it was like I had to make samples again, and it was all right. Let me give it one more shot. Put it on my arm. Let me just see what's going on, because I really would just spray it and give it to someone and just not really take it in. And then I got it on, and the performance is really good. Let me just start with saying, if you want a performative fragrance with a sillage that is the Creed wow factor, look no more than this bottle right here, because that has some impressions to last a lifetime. It's opulent, it's dynamic, it's I forget the classification for the floral, but it would probably be a woody floral. This is graceful but powerful. She's grace and power, like one of those Greek statues with Justice with the sword or something, where it's mighty and swift, but she's still feminine and beautiful. Top notes in this one are peach jasmine, orange blossom, jasmine sambac, which is a different type of jasmine, and tuberose, which I do get the healthy dose of the tuberose. The rose centrifolia is crucial because there's like 7 different types of roses in fragrance compositions: praline, iris, and clean white musk. Again, at first I was like, I didn't even pay this any attention until like a year into actually being a brand lead, and then really paying attention to it, and again getting it on skin and seeing what was going on. The dry down is where the magic happened with this one. So on paper, it really wasn't a love. It's kind of like, whoa, it's a little bit much. And when I got it on my skin, I was like, wow, I really missed the boat on this. I really just missed this one. And the performance. So if I have events or things to do, and I really want someone to notice, like, oh God, I can smell you. What is that? Then Windflowers is kind of like my secret weapon. I'll pull that out. And then recently, up at the counter, a woman come up to me, and she's a realtor, And she goes, you know what I do? And I says, no, I have no idea. She goes, I have this in my car, in my bag. And she goes, I put this on when I'm going to show a house for the first time, especially when there's other realtors showing. And the prospect of buyers associate the house with her fragrance, and it makes a memorable mark. And she says, I've been doing it now for like, she goes, like a good part of like, you know, her repertoire. And I was like, that is hella cool. And I did not know that. She goes, because the scent like brings that customer, and they're like, yo, what were you wearing? And oh, that was in that house. And then it ties it all together for her. She goes, she seals the deals. And
right.
I was like, this story was great, but
yeah, for sure, for sure.
It took me a long time to love it.
I got to get my nose on that again. I smelled it a while ago, but we got to get my nose on that next time I'm out that way. So don't let me forget, because I definitely want to get my nose.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those ones that's like, I think it gets overlooked, kind of like Love and Black gets overlooked. But this one, yeah. I'll remember to get you a sample. Don't worry. Yeah.
Hey, real quick, man. We gotta show Carl some love, man. We're gonna have a music break real quick for Carl, man. She secured a bottle for 123. Let's go have a quick music break for Carl for sure.
Hey.
Real quick music break for Cara. Quick celebration for the 123 price tag for a Tommy 40. That's really, really good, Cara. You are going to, I just find it hard to believe that you're not gonna love that fragrance. Like, I enjoy it a lot. I have 2 bottles of it. and I have the parfum as well. So I love that fragrance. But great music break for Carl, celebrating her new edition of Tom Ford's Noir Extreme. Heather, I have an idea. Sometime in the fall, we should do what we did doing here tonight, giving recommendations. Let's do the House of Tom Ford. You down?
Yeah. Yeah, especially because it's always a challenge for me, Tom Ford. So yes, I'm definitely.
All right.
I'd like to revisit that even for myself.
Yes, let's do it.
Yeah,
let's do it. I just had a idea. All right. So I'm going to get into my last one of the night. We're at an hour 35, man. We're going to wrap this up in the next 10 to 15 minutes. Great stream tonight. One of my favorites ever. Got my dear friend with me talking to House of Creed. A lot of conversation and content and information that was given out tonight. Definitely appreciate everybody watching. We've had a solid crowd all night long. We had 110 thumbs up, 110 likes. Thank you guys so much. But I'm going to get into my last recommendation of the night. And here it is. This is a real deal masterpiece for the summer. I have never smelled anything like this fragrance, even till this day. All the different renditions, all the different flankers of all these different fragrance DNAs that are out there, but no one is bold enough. No one, except one. It was only one house who tried their hand at it. But Millicene Imperial is such a masterpiece to me. That salty red fruit, oceanic, just beautiful master. I've never smelled anything else like it. Like nothing. It is one of the top fragrances for summer, but you can also wear it in a very leisure and office environment, chilled environment. You can wear it to brunch as well. But I challenge anybody, if you can get a sample of Millicene Imperial, or if you have the fragrance and that heat touches it, I gotta get it on my skin. It is fantastic. A couple sprays on my skin right quick. This stuff is brilliant. This is a true masterpiece, in my opinion. And like I said, that salty red berry, it's almost like a raspberry, watermelon, strawberry combination with the berries. Beautiful musk, salty, aquatic. This is what, and I hate to say this because, you know, I'm just being honest, and I love the brand. Okay, anything from Acqua di Gio, Profondo, all the different Profondos, all of the whatever. This is what they wish they would have created, in my opinion. And I'm not disrespecting the house. It may sound like I am, but I'm not, because I love Acqua di Gio. I have several bottles from the house. But when I smelled this for the very first time, and I've had several samples of this, I said, wow, if they were ever to make an Acqua di Gio Extrait de Parfum or Acqua di Gio Elixir, blah, 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 this should be it. This should be it. And I love this stuff. And I get the batch codes. They don't perform the same. I'm never interested in that, because when I'm wearing Mélocine Impériale, I don't plan on being outside long. That means it's really hot. I got about a good 2 to 4 hour window in the heat, and I'm good to go. So if this burns off fine in 3 to 4 hours, I don't care. But the quality that you get and experience that you get is really good. It's really, really good. So this is a recommendation from that I'm recommending for just the summer. All my fellas out there that are looking for something that's a real step up, something unique, something different. You want to get away from your citruses, your musk, and your light wood. You want to get away from that. You want something a little bit more salty, a little bit more fruit, like a different type of fruit style with the red fruits. Here you go. This is it. And they do it. And I think Arofa is another salty, aquatic take that they have.
It's an oceanic. They classify it as an aromatic.
Oh God, it's so good. It's so good. And here's right on schedule. Yeah. Jason says, I love Mélocine Impériale, but Arofa is better. Okay.
I almost agree with Jason, because I'm a huge Arofa is probably my favorite creed. And I really, it's the one I spray the most. It's the one that I like the most.
It's really good.
I enjoy everything about Arofa. And I guess if I only could have one, I guess I'd have to figure out, it would be like Creed Adventures for her or Arofa. But Arofa is got the sea saltiness.
It does.
And I really enjoy it. Yeah.
No, it's really good. Arofa is really, really good. That's on my list to get as well. I mean, I let the cat out the bag. I got a list of 6 creeds.
Everybody's got their lists now. Yeah.
Yeah, I got my list of creeds that I want to acquire full bottles of. Up next is Royal Oud. No questions asked. I may make the purchase tonight. I might have to do it, because it's roaring off of my arm over here. Like it's right here in my face, and I'm enjoying it. But Mélocine Impériale, I got to get a full bottle of that. We bought my father, my sisters, and my brother. We bought my father Original Centaur for Father's Day this year, and he loves it. He loves it. He loves it, man. So we went down to go see him a few weeks back, and he just was going on and on and on about Original Centaur. So just hearing him talk about it, and seeing his reaction, of course, what does that do? It influences me. So I want to add that bottle as well. So Heather, any final remarks on just the House of Creed? We've covered a lot of things here tonight.
We covered a lot of Creed tonight.
Well, let me ask you this. This would be better. For somebody in the chat or somebody on the replay who needs a little bit of a push to just want to experience the brand, what do you say to them?
They want to experience the brand. It's really easy to get any types of samples these days. Let me just say this from my side of the counter, because I'm on the other side of the game from a lot of people in the chat, because I have to be laser focused for this, because I'm in a sales position as opposed to maybe being the consumer position. Find a department store and make a relationship with somebody like that's in the fragrance space that you vibe off of, someone that you have like some kind of connection, and work with them and build up that rapport, so that way you're not getting sucked into vendors and other third-party people. You just want one person that's like, okay, this is what I do, and that can show you a little bit more, take a little bit more time and show you a little bit more about the fragrance line rather than just trying to push a sale and closing that piece. So that'd be one piece for the playback crew people. I mean, there's so many ways for us to get samples now. This is way more than when I first started getting into, like, you know, oh, all these niche things. There wasn't as much now. We're kind of spoiled for choice to get samples and decants. And but if you can find yourself somebody and work with somebody that's good, then you can build up that rapport, and you can learn to appreciate something from somebody that's like really invested in this collection of fragrances. The other part about it is I mean, don't, like Uncle Kuba always says, don't trust me, trust your skin. Have fun with things that you think you would like. Start there first. So if I said violet leaves and geraniums and heavy bergamots, and you're like, well, I don't like those things, don't start there. Start with notes that you think, I would like that. You know, if Millésime Imperial seems like, you know, a fun, summery, kind of playful, you can still rock it with the white tea or still dress it up, then start there. Start with things that you think you would already resonate with. Don't try to jump into the Royal Ouds and the, you know, the Neroli Sauvages. The more singular focused notes sometimes can be a little bit more challenging to understand than a nice blend of something.
Okay.
So that's what I would say.
Great advice. Miss Heather, thanks for the Kool-Aid. All right. So Jason said you get
Kool-Aid.
The Kool-Aid. All right. For me, it's just something very simple. If you're curious, get out and try it. Get some samples. Do your own research. Don't listen to people like me.
Do your own research.
Don't even listen to Heather. Don't listen to anybody. Listen to yourself. And do what it is that you feel like you want to do. So I think Creed is an excellent house, and like I said, I'm very guilty of it, of losing really good focus on it. And I've even gave some bad advice to some people, like there's other things out there better than Creed. I shouldn't have did that.
Yeah, there are, but you're not wrong. There's always something better.
No, of course, but I'm just saying, like, I shouldn't have said that, because I don't want to dismay brands and things that people are interested in just by my opinion. Like, I don't want to do that. And I'm glad that, shout out to Jason and shout out to Heather. Y'all two are really solely responsible for really getting me back on the track to say, hold up, let me relax. Let me relax a little bit. Let me settle down. I know reviewing fragrances and doing content, it can do that. I'm just going to be very honest here. Like, I'm smelling so many different things and so many different brands and stuff come across these days. It could happen. And I'm really taking a step back, really slowing down and making sure I have the proper appreciation for these creations. And that's where it starts and ends with me. So get out for yourself. Don't take my word. Don't take Heather's word. Don't take anybody else's word in the chat. Go check it out for yourself. See if you like anything. If you don't, great. If you do, have fun. Have fun.
Have fun with it. Yes, definitely have fun with it. I kind of do. I kind of just like what you just said, but it's not even about the brands. I mean, yes, sometimes we shade certain things, and I've been guilty of that too. Most recently, there's been I caught some smoke, you know. But here's something I learned is this is a valuable lesson for everybody, and this is a valuable lesson. I'm kind of saying this for myself too, and I'm saying this prosperity because it's being recorded for all of you, all of time. Is don't ruin the experience of something you didn't like for somebody else, because they may love it.
Yeah, that's facts.
They may love it, and just because I don't have the same perception in my experience, that doesn't mean I have the right to destroy the next person's kind of like experience, especially with the fragrance game here, you know. Um, a negative connotation can throw something completely off for somebody. If I come and told you, like, oh, this is just smells like fresh cut grass, y'all, like when Ian cuts the grass, and I don't know, it smells like swampy or something, you're gonna be like, no, I don't know. I don't really want to mess with that. So take his word. But
Yes, you did, Carl. Yes, you did.
I also have something. I had an epiphany. Well, get ready for the chat. It's probably the new notebook, but it was something I wanted to tell everybody is I think I was watching you and Tazo and Ross the other night, and I was in the kitchen doing my dishes, and I may not tap into all like comments on everything, but I listen to a lot of things, and they'll be in the background. Like I said, sometimes I fall asleep. However, this was my epiphany, and y'all were talking about something, and I think this is a worthy thing to talk about, the dupe thing and the decant thing. More on that later, but I don't think it's not my focus anymore about like how we arrive in the fragrance space. Whether you get here with a Ford Taurus with a taillight out and some miles on it, or if you're arriving in a Rolls Royce Wraith, then the fact that we arrived is really what's more important. And I'm not focusing on whether or not it's a dupe or if it's a 500, like Big Homie with the 600, the Bodesillas. Everybody the journey is your journey. Whether you get a pair of Converse on, or you have on some, Maganon shoes, it doesn't matter. The journey, you're still taking that step in the journey. So I'm not worried about the vehicle so much as I am what we're gaining here. So a lot of focus gets put on these things. And I was listening to y'all hash it out, the three of yous, I think it was. And I was like, I'm here for the ride. And I'm okay if I'm on a bus. And I'm okay if I'm getting chauffeured in a limo. It doesn't matter. I'm here for this ride. And I'm going to enjoy all the things and be a little bit more like aware of that. So that was my epiphany, chat.
Well said. We're definitely going to have more discussion. I'm going to have a broader panel conversation about this in the immediate future. I'm going to reach out to a lot of people who I have a lot of respect for and built relationships with over time. And we're going to get into a lot of that. So well said, Heather. But before we go tonight, my package came in, and this is my last summer haul of the year. And I just wanted to show y'all what we got. This is my first time ordering from damn, who did I order it from? Old Factory? I think it was an Old Factory something. I forgot the full name, but this is my first time. And the fragrance that I wanted to take with me on my anniversary trip is here.
It's got a lot of paper.
Yeah, it's well packaged, and I appreciate that.
It's got a lot of paper.
Don't throw my stuff any kind of way. But here we go, y'all. Finally, this is incredible stuff from the House of Sospetto. We got Dolce Melodia right here. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, this is one of the most beautiful citrus, creamy citrus, tropical fragrances I've ever smelled in my life. And I will be taking this on me and Mrs. Hicks' trip this weekend. All right. And last but not least, I couldn't pass this up. I got this for $55. And I've been wanting this for a couple of years, and I never pulled the trigger. And I know the noise is loud, but I finally grabbed from Mancera Soleil d'Italie. Soleil
I don't even know what that is.
From Mancera. All right. So I finally got my hands on this. $55 on, I think it's called oldfactory.com or something like that. I think Tazzle put me on, or Hidden Gems put me on. Somebody put me on that website, but both of these are coming with me this weekend. This is going to be worn, and this is going to be worn. So I'll get back to y'all. Now I smelled this already. Great live stream with myself, Tazzle, and Ross. We did the decant swap, and Tazzle sent this out to me and Ross, and me and Ross like, immediately must buy. So this is my last summer. No more summer fragrances that I'll be buying with my own money. That's over with this year. I will be transitioning to a few fall fragrances and a few winter fragrances that I want. So that's what's in the box. I thought it'd be cool to just, I'm not going to open them up, but I wanted to show y'all. So thank y'all tonight. There go my wife hating again. Beerson says fire. Great pickup, D. My wife says I'm capped. That's crazy. She said that I'm capped now. She getting influenced by the younger generation by the daily. So here she is with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cap hats. That's saying I'm capped. But no, for real. I'm moving on. I'm moving on from the summer. I have more than enough, obviously. And I won't be acquiring any more summer fragrances. Now, if that,
how many caps were there?
Huh? 6.
How many caps were there? 6. Okay.
There were 6. Old Factory Factory. That's the website. Pretty good website. Y'all check them out. That's my first time buying from them. I think Tazzle recommended it to me to look on there. But they have a really good. They have a really good niche lineup. A lot of things that you can look into, man. So Old Factory Factory, that is a good website. Great prices. A lot of niche perfumery. But I'm telling y'all right now, this is the most sexy.
Do you guys have, as the other people in the chat are familiar with that? Have they had good experiences with the Old Factory Factory?
Yeah, people are putting it in here as I'm talking. William, Steven.
They like it?
Yeah, no one has anything to say. Deacon Chris, he's talking about it. So a lot of people, so it's another website I got in my bookmark for sure. Because I'm very pleased.
Double check.
Pleased with the prices. Well, Heather, I'm all you need.
Okay, I want to know that it's good. Well, I'm on a no buy.
I'm all you need. Packaged beautifully.
I'm on a no buy.
Yeah, whatever. We'll talk about that in a little bit. All right, but yeah, I'll give an update on the weekly rotation and let y'all know what I think of those. I already know what I think about the Suspero, but great live tonight. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for watching. We won't be back at all Saturday, obviously. Won't be back. Next Thursday we'll be back. My guy Jay Hicks will be making his debut. He's never been on anything before, but Jay's been a huge supporter of the channel. Shot me a lot of love. We've had a lot of conversations, me and him chop it up quite often. And I invited him to come on the channel. He sent me the new Louis Vuitton Lovers. So we're going to talk about that and one other fragrance that he sent my way. So next Thursday, Jay Hicks, y'all know him as Sky High Hicks in the comments. So he'll be on with me next Thursday. So looking forward. I always like when the newbies come on screen. It's always fun. I remember Heather, Jason. I remember everybody who was Bishop, everybody who was on for the first time. It was funny. It was funny. And now Heather is a professional. Bishop is a professional. Bishop is a professional. No. Jason got his own channel and show now.
Jared is professional. He who wears white gloves is professional.
When Jared first came on, he was just Jared. But now he's the Bishop.
He was never just Jared.
Yes, he was when he first came on this channel.
There's no way.
There was first channel. He was the Jared, and then he was crowned the Bishop. And the gloves came shortly.
And then the gloves came on.
So y'all be cool. Y'all have a great weekend. Enjoy your Friday. Enjoy your Saturday and Sunday. Be safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Laugh. Eat some bad foods. Roll around and sleep longer than you usually can if you can. Just take care of yourself. Spend some time on you. Spend time with family, your loved ones. Just try to pour as much positive energy into you and out of you for those who are around. Cersei says Derek out here assembling his own team of YouTube fragrance Avengers. That's funny.
He is.
That's funny.
Yes.
I've had the pleasure of meeting a handful of really good people that I've been able to share this space with. Heather is definitely one of those for sure. But you know, that's real funny. Dedrick's out here assembling his own team of YouTube fragrance Avengers. But I wanted the live streams to be like this, though. This is what I wanted my live streams to be. I wanted to have some really solid people come on. We've been live streaming for 2 years now, a little over 2 years, and it's been fun. We had 133 live streams. So it's been cool. It's been cool, and I greatly appreciate the time. I love doing this. This is not work for me. I wouldn't even. It's just a fun hobby that I'm having a good time doing. So appreciate all the support, y'all. But I ain't gonna hold y'all no more. We're at 2 hours. Heather, thank you so much. Thank you for all you contribute. William, make sure you reach out. The winner of the giveaway, William Fisher. Make sure you reach out. Make sure you get me your info so I can get it to Heather. We can. Oh well, no, you're gonna go pick it up. You're gonna go pick it up, William. Okay, you're gonna go pick it up. All right, that's cool. That's cool. Yes. All right, y'all. Peace. Be safe. You know what it is. Splack it up, splack it down, splack that thing all around. And remember, positive energy, positive vibes, and what you put out to this world is exactly what you are going to get back. Y'all take care of yourselves. Make sure you're good. Get your blood work. Check your high blood. Check your pressure. Check everything that you need. Make sure you're good to go. All right. Just check on yourself. All right. Because if you're the best version of you, then you can be the best version of everybody else. For everybody else. All right. Peace, y'all. See you on the next one.